Okay, if I may, if it's all right, can I ask a follow-up question? Because I think you
Well,
bring up
before you ask a follow-up question, can Lafayette say something, and then we have a one in the chat. So Joseph, let's kind of keep it moving. Then we'll come back to you. Haley has my number. I could always talk to you later. But Lafayette was trying to say something. Then Joseph, hold on to that thought, and go ahead, Lafayette.
Definitely get in the market whatever way you can, and whether it's a single family or a multifamily. Just in general, most people are going to probably end up paying market rate because that's what they know how to do. It takes a savvy investor like you two to get something that's to get a really good deal. Get something way below market rate and all that, and those kinds of things. It's very important to develop those skills as a real estate investor as you go along. But you can do well also by if you get something at market rate, but you're not paying over what it's really worth. So that's one of the things you gotta try to key in on. And there are risks. So you might be the market is just at the high point and you're buying high, and then 2 years later it's much lower. So go ahead.
I want to. There's something in the chat by Antoinette Jones again. It says, "Is this ideal for 30-year-olds with lower salaries right out of college and school loans to repay? I struggle with a similar situation after the death of several family members. I was not aware of Airbnb, which may be game changers for Gen Z." So let me just address that, and then whoever else would like to. So if you have a low salary and you're out of college and you have a loan to repay, the best thing to do is obviously repay your loan, right? Then they have a lot of loan forgiveness programs. I know Robert Smith, who's a billionaire, is doing loan repayment. Some schools do, some states, counties have some loan repayment situations. Sometimes you can go, depending on your career, if you're a teacher, you can go teach in a certain area and they'll forgive your loan if you teach there for 5 years or so. So there's different things you could do as far as loan repayments. If you have a low salary and you want to get a home, then there's Rocket Mortgage has programs. NACA, N-A-C-A, has programs for first-time home buyers. I think, as Reggie Wood said, you really got to just kind of hustle and figure it out. With the internet, you can do a lot of that. So Antoinette, there's ways to do it, but I can't say it's easy, but it's definitely worth it. Like, anything that's going to pay you in the long run is usually a hustle, and we're here to help you, right? That's why we're doing this, right? We've all kind of done it in our own ways, and we've collectively decided to, like, let's give this information away for free, because we didn't have I didn't have anybody telling me how to do this, right? I saw my mom and I watched other folks, but I didn't have anybody telling me this. So this is really to help you all figure this out, so to make it easier for you all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that answers the question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are there any other questions? There's a few other people. It would be great to hear from you. I see my sister-in-law is on there, Denise, and I see my cousin Pat, and I see someone else named Jasmine. You have any questions?
Jasmine is my daughter.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Lafayette. I don't have any questions. I just had a response to Antoinette's question about not owning the land that the property is housed on. And my response is, typically that's more so in commercial real estate, where there are individuals that own valuable land, but they don't really have the money to develop it. And so they'll ground lease it to a developer, and the developer will come in and build on it. They don't want to dispose of the property. They want to hold on to it because it's too valuable to dispose of, and they can make money on the ground lease, collecting money from the developer that comes in and develops on it.
Okay.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
point.
thank you for that.
That's what they do with the stadiums and all of that. They'll buy it and then lease it to a 99-year lease to to a major sport team.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah, when I was already about to put a house on my mom's land, I considered getting a mortgage, and the mortgage company, um, they have this thing where they will give you a loan for the house, and in return, they'll attach a lien to the land. And so I was wary of doing that because I felt like it was a way for them to gain power over this land that I felt very uncomfortable about giving up. So that's why I did not use that particular mortgage company. Yeah, yeah.
This I'm gonna bring up something that I don't know if any of my brothers have done this before, but I've heard people that have done this. They'll buy like an abandoned building in the city, right? And then they'll find somebody that wants to have a company, right? Barbershop, restaurant, whatever it is, and then they'll lease it to them. I mean, yeah, they'll rent it to the person. The person will fix it up, right? And then they'll do all the work and put all the money into it and fix it up. And basically you have somebody just fixing up your property and then paying rent. And then in 5-10 years, if you want to keep them, you can. I know a lot of people that have done that and they lost the property because they never owned it. They fix it up, but they never had any ownership in it. I don't know if Lafayette, Reg, if you have any experience. I've known people that rent it and done that, fix it all up. And my comment to them was always, why did you fix it up without any, something written that would say, well, if I fix this up, then my rent is going to stay at this for 10 years, or something in writing to say, well, what do I get in return for this? So what's your, Lafayette and Reg, what's your experience with, just buying a shell or something that's in bad shape and then having somebody fix it up and all of that? It's great for the land. That's great for the homeowner.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Did you want to jump in there, Reg?
no, I haven't had that experience. I, me personally, I've never done that or been involved in a situation like that. I mean, I tend to go solo. I try to. I don't want a lot of people involved. A lot of different, commitments and connections, and early on in building, my situation. So it sounds like a great idea. Would I do it? I don't think so, because I would imagine that eventually there would be some issues, and I would try to avoid them. And I'm sure that ways to work those kinds of things out. But me personally, I would stay away from that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems like it could be a good thing if everybody, if you come to a positive agreement. Say